Thank you very much for inviting me today. I wanted to share my journey, a story related to GRÓ LRT. My name is Batalik. I'm lecturer at Mongolian University. My major is land cadastre engineering, especially related to up. Okay, everything going well? Okay, related to GIS and remote sensing technique application using for rangeland, cropland, and forest. Mostly, I have a class GIS and remote sensing, also in information database class, give taught to our students. I'm really happy to share my story. This GRÓ LRT program, how much opportunity gave us in not only me, but also all of the world and my classmates. So, why I was interested in this training course. One sunny day, this Mongolian land pasture land user federation committee called one short training course. Then I submit my all the CV and materials. Then I accepted to participate on this training course. This training course especially calls for land managers and natural resource professionals, especially called for all land managers. Then you can, as you see, all the photos, the training was jointly organized for organization, one of the United Nations University GRÓ LRT program. Also our university, Mongolian University of Life Science, and National Federation of Pasture Use Groups and Herders. Also included the Meteorology, Hydrology, Environmental Institute in Mongolia. I had attended this short course. We have get some knowledge related to ecology, especially rangeland ecology, rangeland restoration, and we had some training in outside and inside. For example, you see the photos, we have had some soil sampling. We monitored some vegetation, land and quality and condition. Then, you know, Dr. Bologma lead this program, short training program. Then we have give presentations what we learn about from this short training course. We work together. We communicate together, work together each other. This time I met Breglind, Breglind, and Isabel, and Christine. That I found opportunity to join LRT program in Iceland. That was my best day, okay, to find the opportunity first time. So Bilgee took interview from me, from other who want to interested in GRÓ LRT program. Then I submitted to LRT program. One day, also I just opened my email. I was really excited there. Okay, so a problem later was sent to my email inbox. That was really excited, really nice memories are there. Yes. That is the first start GRÓ LRT journey for me. Then you show the photos. Hello, Iceland. Bye bye to Mongolia. Sometime. You see? I sit there in the flight. I took some photos. How far from the Mongolia? It's such long distance from my home country. Okay? Then I had experienced some, it is getting spring, right? This time in March. But Iceland is still ice. Okay? That was it brings me back memories. Also, those were orientation days when everything was new and exciting. You know about the feeling. Oh, so some of the culture shocks I had. Why? Why the reason? When I was in Mongolia, I had expected there is a much more difference from Mongolia, but there are some similar things are there or there. One is the nature. Especially I come from western side of Mongolia, my hometown. This nature is very similar to Iceland. Iceland nature, mountain, some of the glaciers, and big horse like this. And one day we all fellows visited together to see sheep farm. I were very shocked to see something very similar to Mongolia there. In Mongolia, you can see that this equipment, this is Iceland. I took a photo. This is Mongolia. I didn't took this photo, just from the Google. This equipment is used to make a traditional local alcohol from the milk using the old traditional way. We got, if you drink, we had drank like this, like a beer, very similar, but it's not too hard, it is soft, you know? Okay, that is the very, I was shocked that things, that similarity. Then let's move on. What we learn during this Iceland. Especially, I wanted to more dive into to understand the land, to understand that. Because of my profession is really related to technique. I just work in computer. I teach my class also computer program, mostly related to technical things, you know. But if you understand, if you want to do these kind of jobs, land restoration training, restore the land, combating the land, okay? So we need to know the land potential, land condition assessment, as well as sustainable land management, approve it in local region, the country, local herders could be. Also, I wanted to ecological restoration, grazing theory, that conflict management. One of the most highlighted one is the coaching session. It is two nice subjects for us and for our fellows. Like this, I keep all the papers led by Britta. On this paper, we set our not general goal, not only just the near goal, we set in the future goal. What you want to be in the future, okay? What you want to do in your country, as well as in your whole the world. Yes. Then also we writing down on this paper what I have good things or bad things. My disadvantage, advantage. They taught us, they written down what they taught for me. Okay. This is really, I have never experienced it before that time, before in my life. It is really deep appreciation to all GRÓ LRT staff. We didn't only the academic knowledge, academic writing, academic tools, but also communication. Communication is really important to us. Understand the world, understand everything. Without any communication, we don't anything. Maybe we can just stop. In my understanding, most of my fellows, they want to do, I write down on after that graduation, GRÓ LRT program, I really want to complete my PhD degree. It is very near goal for me. I already written down. Okay. Then, land potential, fundamental, complex, led by Johan Thorson, the big guy. So something, soil coloring. Also, how can we use the GPS? How to understand the landform, like these subjects. Sustainable land management. We had more knowledge. Also, we had done the more practical things, had interviewed, okay? From the farmers, chief farmers. Every fellows had an interview between the herders, and we together discussed what is the good feature in this local province. Led by Britta Wilhelmsdotter. Yes, I'm really appreciated for all our lectures. Also, I wanted to remember grazing theory, especially animals have to graze on the land. Then we collected some of the data. We had done data analysis led by Isabel. Then, or I don't know the name, Susan, one of the lecturer from the America. Okay, this have to distribute, have to talk your presentations. Okay, that was really good session for us. One of my Uganda's friends, she mostly talked that, shut up. Susan, no, it is not shut up. Then my Mongolian friends call it the one word, determine. No. Determine. Like this. Okay? It was really nice memories. Each of these topics had stayed with me and shaped my understanding, shaped my communication, made me. Okay. Then also we assignment. Yeah. First of days, orientation days, you went to know where you live in there. What is the special things, theater, church, maybe pool, swimming pool, like that, Then every module, every class we need to do some of these assignments together, mostly together. It is assignment really related what I wanted to do in Iceland. We work together, assignment of degraded land in Mongolian case, like this. Bologma, Lecturer Burma taught to us as I thinking like this. Then all fellows are required to work on research project with your advisor. My research project focused on pollen assessment, rangeland condition using remote sensing technique led by Atli Jon Gudmundsson. Atli is remote sensing guy. Jon Gudmundsson is plant ecologist. Nice combination, right? Yeah. Yes. We selected our study area. It is the study area located in north central Mongolia. This area belongs to forest steppe zone. This one is there near to Ulaanbaatar, capital of city, Mongolia. Then this slide shows that nearly we collected 700 samples from this study area. Then we analyzed it. Then we classified into this using this peel sampling and using this Landsat satellite data. We got some results. Really want to similar condition here we wanted to select, but somehow the the year, temperature, precipitations. Finally, we selected these years, 2010, 2015, 2019, like this. Then we got some results, how they are distributed on this, our study area. Then we summarized all of these results. We concluded, we get some recommendation to use remote sensing technique, how is good or bad to assess land condition. Yes. Oh, finally, we graduated GRÓ LRT program successfully. Okay, you see the photos, my friends. I'm not learned just the knowledge, skills. I communicated well during this time. We cooked together. Africa, Uganda, Nigeria, Ethiopia, Lesotho, food. Also, my Mongolian friends, we learned African dance together. It is alright, like I love this kind of dance. It is very emotional dance, right? After the ceremony, we danced together, all of the together in that room. There, you see, it's really wonderful time, wonderful memories for us. Okay, let's move on. Have impacts to my professional career and personal development. Okay, now bye-bye, Iceland. I came to my home country. Then very soon I completed my PhD degree. Thanks to the program, I was able to complete my PhD dissertation using the knowledge what I learned from the program. Yes, you know, I already written down. It is big milestone in my life. Related to mapping, estimating pasture, rangeland biomass using remote sensing technique. Then, meantime, I was still harvesting fruits from the program because reason, you know, every day we write, we're reading, reading, paraphrasing again, checked, plagiarism, using Mendeley. No. Please write again. It was very great experience for me. Changed something, big things. Sometimes I forgot my words, okay? Sorry, yes. I published it after that, for instance, I published 3 papers, 3 articles with the international journal, with some peer-reviewed and impact factor. Then, also one sunny day again, okay, one French company requested me same work what I have done in Iceland. I conducted this research. I cooperated some of these Mongolian colleagues. Then I completed this research successfully. They are really appreciate that because of they generally know the rangeland condition based on the literature review. But they wanted to see long-term monitoring using thermosensing technique. How was there? How are there now? What is the what? Sorry? Okay. So we completed together this work in Gobi's desert area. Okay, that's all. Now I'm really extend my heart thanks. Please accept my deepest gratitude. I am really proud of you, my lecturer, all the staff, coordinator who supports this program. Let's contribute. Let's contribute the land degradation. Save the world. Thanks to everything.
Thank you so much for your presentation. You touched on so many points. However, before we cap that, remember, each and everyone is on his or her own journey, right? This here is just to give you an insight into their journey and maybe help you to reflect on this program, what you want to make, how you can make the most of it, what you could, as an opportunity to continue as a back home. Of course, the cultural thing, you think you come a long way and you show up in Iceland and then you realize something is similar.
Yeah.
And I can confirm that since I traveled to Mongolia for the first time some good 30 years ago, realizing that the Mongolian traditional food and Icelandic traditional food are very similar. So distance is not only, doesn't mean that there has to be different. Although, do you know that Mongolia and Iceland is closer to each other than Iceland and the most of the African countries? Because we see the map, we have flattened it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we are a globe,
Yeah.
So the longer travel,
Yeah.
Just that.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
No, I'm just saying.
Okay.
Anyway, you mentioned the topics, sure, but you also talked about the goal setting, and I'm touched to know. See, and
Yes.
you were giving the coaching session back there. So you still have from the coaching session.
Yeah.
That it's really, has affected, how you then continue in your life. I'm really happy.
Well, thank you.
We will have a similar session, but now we have this one.
Yeah.
But
you already had set some goal setting for this room, and then it will be in June that have this on.
During summer, yes.
Yeah.
You will all have a similar session as Bakkeria.
Yeah. So no kidding. So beware of what you put down there in the session. Might come true. And also, just to clarify, you will have that communication or presentation session with Susan Musket. That will be in July. But you were telling us earlier about, but both mannerism from people, but also maybe sharpening pronunciation. It's because the most important is the message gets across. And then it's the extra of getting to know people from all over the world and living together and cooking together.
Yeah.
And
dancing also together.
dancing. And maybe for from some of you coming from Africa, like dancing.
Yeah.
That's natural things to do.
Yes.
But it's not the most natural thing to do for people in other parts of the globe. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and what else? And then coming back home, because you wrote down there you're going to finish your PhD. Voila, you finished your PhD. You published paper based on the
Yeah,
work, the
yeah.
actual project.
Yes.
And I don't know if it came really clear through. It was that French company
Yes.
that
Yeah, yeah.
approached her because of the individual GRÓ LRT project and asked you to do something similar
Similar
in the Gulf
things.
Desert.
Yeah.
Because your project was on the forest
Forest.
in the northern part.
Yes.
To repeat kind of
Yeah.
using the same methods,
Yeah, yeah.
same research.
Yeah.
design.
Yeah.
Okay. I only learned this 2 days ago. You know,
Yeah.
that's something published
Yeah.
on our website and maybe also in
Yeah,
yours.
yeah.
There's an international companies or is it the
Yes,
development
they
agency
founded
or-
that the GRÓ LRT website.
Yeah. Well,
Founded that.
I just say, wow, you never know. So anyway, just some questions. Yeah, and now now we have to use this. The one who asks questions has to have this next to you. No reason to know. Just like that.
Thank you again for the presentation. I would like to ask you a question about right now we are on the way of completing our proposals and starting our final projects. So do you have any suggestions for us or tips how to do this work without, pressure? So yeah.
Oh,
Especially the one who doing the same project, utilizing like remote sensing, GIS. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the question. I'm thinking now. Yeah. Okay. Uh, we stayed almost 2 months in Gunashort. Gunashort is very nice place, like a meditation. Do just focus on my research proposal. Also, my supervisor, Atli Jons, helped a lot, supported a lot. They designed the methodology. Because reason, before the Atli had one work related to thermal sensing. He used, as I remembering, 4,000 samples. Training, validation for using thermal sensing technique. So he suggested more samples using, when you use thermal sensing, more samples is good to good to understand the land. Then lot of comments come from my advisors. Atli, yes, no, please check again, right, do again, like this. I worked, lows, like this. Then I completed. I don't know, somehow. But it is really interesting for me to do what? To do understand land quality using thermal sensing technique somehow. Yes.
If I may. So see, what she mentioned here, Gunnarsholt, they stayed for 2 months. Very quiet, beautiful but quiet. So you had nothing else to really do than working on your.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you will be staying in Reykjavik. So make sure time management. You mentioned your supervisors, right?
Yeah.
And Puche, you will have Atle to help you.
Push.
Push. They do. But what I picked up from this is a lot of feedback. And
Yeah.
remember, we talked about in the session on doing a research project, feedback is a gift. A lot of feedback. Just make most of it. Make most of your supervisors, right? Don't try to be, I know it all. You know, it's an opportunity for you to have a specialist who is really there to give you feedback, to think it through with you, to give you feedback on your, your thoughts and ideas. Okay? And no,
It's just
Yeah.
forward.
Yes.
How do we do that? How do
Yeah.
we-
Have to solve this problem.
and she survived, like everyone with us. So if it give you confidence, it will be okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, thank you again. So one of the interesting things that I have learned in this program is about gender and how that can be applied across all sectors. I come from the mining sector
Uh-huh.
back home where I think gender in the mining sector has not been given attention. And this is also my focus area of research where I would want to see the impacts of mining activities on women. So I would like to know from your side, those that attended the program before us, how we have been able to incorporate these gender issues back home in the impact in the projects whatsoever that you are implementing back home. How have you been able to use this knowledge and also make sure that women are also included or they are part of whatsoever programs that you are implementing back home?
Okay. My answer is during this class, I had learned a lot what I taught. Also, I had experienced more practical issues. That was good support for me because I learned a lot. So I distribute to my students. The students are so excited to study this way. That is the scenario is good motivation for me. Yes, I do now. Let's do. Why not? I know this session, these things. Let's do. If I have any problem, I some of the time I contacted with Atli, contacted with after I came back in Mongolia. That was big opportunity also gave us. Thank you.
Just to put things in context, I think 70% of students in Mongolian universities are female. So it's not the problem of making sure there's getting women also involved. But I hope you were also saying just feeling more confident as a specialist, as a academic in the field that impacts the way you teach and how your students and having confidence to contact your supervisors again.
Yes.
Yeah. But numbers in terms of gender for women are not the problem in Mongolia. Mongolian universities are very much like Icelandic university, full of women,
Yeah.
more women than men. So we need more men to enter university, rather than going straight and set up a business. And
You need to initiate stipend.
yes. Yeah, not spending all these years studying. I'm just going to go straight and make money. Anyone? More questions? Thoughts? Reflections? This is it? Are we closing?
Thank you. Wish you all the best. What you want, you can do it. Everything.